Tina from Shabby Dabby Doodle. Welcome back to my channel. So we're here for another one of our 7 days of toppers. I think we're up to day 6 now, so it's flying by. And what I thought we could do today is use like book pages, but book pages with images on them. So obviously we had a day of using, you know, book pages, but these are going to be book pages with images. Now I have used my Victorian advertisements book, and I know that I've shown this book before, and I have talked about it before. So I have seen it on Amazon, I've seen it on eBay, I've seen it on AbeBooks, so you can get it kind of everywhere. I will try and remember to link the book below, but yeah, if I don't, please just nudge me, because, you know, as I always say, I'm not doing it deliberately to be awkward. I'm rubbish at remembering things. So yeah, just kind of give me a nudge. So what I have done here is I have single side laminated this. Again, I've talked about the single side laminating in a, you know, in a different video. So yeah, you know, again, hopefully you've kind of seen how to do that, but for anybody who hasn't, if I just kind of show you basically what you do. So to single side laminate, inside your laminating pouch, you're going to want to put 2 sheets, so they're back to back. And so when you then cut down the side of your, you know, your laminated sheet, it will naturally open up, because of course the laminating sheet is not glued onto here. So I love doing the single-sided laminate pieces. I've only just kind of discovered it, you know, probably 6 months ago or something. Previously, I'd never kind of done that before. And definitely, yeah, not my idea at all, you know, but yeah, it's really handy. And the reason being is because obviously you end up with a, you know, really good, you know, resilient piece, because of course it's, you know, it's laminated, so you can wipe it off and things. But the good news is on the back, it's, you know, completely paper, so you can then glue it down with no problems. Because just sometimes, you know, some glues are a little bit resistant to wanting to glue laminate together, because of course it's a very shiny surface and things. So it's kind of like the best of both worlds. You get the, you know, the bonus of having a kind of different texture going on your pieces and things, but you also get, you know, the yeah, kind of ease of use with the, you know, the paperbacks. So yeah, I have just laminated a couple of pieces that I thought we could make kind of toppers from. So just having a look to see which pieces I would like to use. I can't help but be looking at this and thinking, why did I laminate this side? Because actually I love this and I love this. But anyway, never mind. Oh, it's so annoying. I have forgotten to bring my big handled scissors up. So I'm struggling with these silly small scissors, which if you watch my channel, you'll know I always use my massive scissors. And yeah, my cutting is going to be horrendous with these, because, you know, I really love those big scissors. I think I'd said this before, but several weeks ago, I noticed that I was kind of running out of the big handled scissors. And I always just buy the 3-pack from IKEA. And I'd gone there to get some more, you know, in a kind of emergency, oh my goodness, I really need some scissors situation. And they didn't have any, would you believe? They're out of stock. So, yeah, I mean, IKEA's not really on my doorstep. So, you know, I tend to only go there every, you know, few months. So, of course, I haven't been back there since. And, yeah, I just can't believe that, you know, I'm down to only one pair of scissors. To be honest, that's not quite true, because I then obviously went around the house, because I thought, well, hang on, I must have scissors everywhere, because I've had so many packs. They can't all have been, you know, blunt now. So I did look around the house, and I did manage to find a few more pairs. So I've got about 3 or 4 pairs, but of course they're now in different places. So yeah, you know, I've taken them downstairs when I've been doing crafting down there, and, you know, taken them to my mum's house, so they're probably buried in that bag. But again, it's not that easy to find things, because that bag is now so chock-a-block with stuff. So yeah, I'm just having to make do with these, which of course is not so great, but never mind, we will persevere. So yep, that's kind of 2 toppers. And then obviously I'm not going to use this one, because you know, that would be the wrong way up. Oh, this one I'll just need to trim down a bit. Sorry, I forgot that this was the other one. I thought it was that one. So I'm just going to take this down like this, and across the top, just because I've got that kind of like edge, you know, from where it's been laminated, if you see what I mean. So I'm just cutting that off. So that is my 3 pieces. Now, probably what I'm going to do is mainly stitch around on these because, of course, like I say, you know, the laminate, it sometimes is a little bit resistant to glue and things like that. So to get kind of elements to actually be, you know, really kind of durable and, you know that they're attached, I think probably the way to go is stitching on the sewing machine. So I've just got some ribbons here, and I just thought I'd see if some of these ribbons might look quite nice on some of these. Yeah, I'm just pulling in, you know, kind of no particular reason, but yeah, I thought I'd just go with this lilac one, just mainly because it's on my desk, you know, from something else. So I'm just going to cut that down. Oh, and the other thing, alternative, I guess, to sewing is, of course, you could staple bits on here. And again, the stapling's going to be fine because we're going to be gluing this down, you know, it's a topper. So if you staple on, that's going to work absolutely fine, you know. So in fact, let's staple a couple and sew a couple so that you've got kind of different things going on rather than all the same thing. So let's just take this down here. And I'm just going to, yeah, ruffle this ribbon straight down the edge. So like that. Okie dokie. Like that. So I hope everyone's having a good day, maybe doing some crafting. It is a very, very grey day here. Actually, I've just said that and now I've just looked out the window. I'm doing this video super early because my daughter stayed at her dad's last night, and then I've got you know, somebody coming around, you know, to do with the you know, the finance stuff for the divorce and things. So yeah, kind of need to crack on and just do things. So I thought, well, I'll do half the video now and half hopefully when they've gone. So it's a little bit kind of dark at the moment, so hence I've got the light on. So I do apologise for that, but otherwise I might not have had time to do everything that I need to do today. But yeah, I've just said, oh, it's a really grey day, and do you know what? I've just looked up and actually it's now looking like a really nice day. So yes, ignore what I said completely. It's looking like it's going to be a lovely day. So yeah, I was just obviously making that up completely. Okay, so that looks really pretty, doesn't it? And what we could do, I've got these flowers, which I purchased these recently from Amazon. They are, well, I've not even opened the packet, but they are little, yeah, kind of that fabric-y type flowers. You know, like the ones on the Hawaiian necklaces. They're that kind of stuff. I guess it's like a nylon, isn't it? And yeah, I thought these would look really good on here. Now, these, as you can probably see, have got this kind of big plastic bulky bit on. So I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to kind of cut that off and then use that. So I've got some of my dusty Concord here. I'm going to ink this up. So I just want to take this back off of here because of course I don't really want that bulk on here. Oh, I'm using my cutter. I should be using my pinchers to try and pull that off. So I mean, actually it's cut it and it's gone much flatter, but yeah, ideally I'd like to remove it all together. Oh, come on, come on. Oh, ready. Okay, good. Right, so that's gone. I've still got that little bit in the middle, which again, you know, it's on a plastic, if you see what I mean. But that's fine. I can, you know, either kind of glue that back or, you know, not use that and use something else. So what I'm going to do actually is take a couple of these so that I can have, you know, more, you know, more layers. Whoops, more layers, and make the flower kind of a bit, it's a bit more to it. Oh, come on. Oh, this is not as easy as I thought, pulling these things off. They're really clamped closed. Oh no, now look what I've done. I've just torn that flower completely. Oh, what an idiot. I wonder if I'm better off just going in really close and cutting that. Okay. Right, this is obviously now how not to. Okay. So yeah, that actually worked much better to, you know, just go in and cut it like really super close, and then yeah, it came off then much more easily. So let me just get a little sponge with kind of, well, I mean, it's not really purple, but it's pinks. It's had pinks on here before. So I'm just going to ink up some of these. I don't want to necessarily ink them all up because I think probably, you know, it might be nice to have a couple of ivory ones, although I'm now thinking I will probably do them with the, you know, walnut stain, so that they're again looking just a little bit more vintagey. So just like that, and then yeah, this one here. So again, just ink that. And now I'm thinking, oh, this does not look anywhere near like the colour of the ribbon, so just going to go over that ribbon, which of course would have been easier before it was stapled on, but that's fine. It's all good. So yeah, that's just giving it a bit more of a, you know, coordinated look. So let's get my walnut stain, I think, and just like vintage up the other petals. Do I want to do that, or would they be better ivory? No, I'm going to vintage these ones up. So just take my walnut stain. Okie dokie. Yeah, it just kind of looks a little bit more, you know, authentic. So I mean, not that it's really looking authentic. I don't know what I meant by that. Authentic what? Authentic flower? No, it doesn't really look like an authentic flower, does it? Who knows? Who knows what I meant by that, to be honest. Right. So I'm just going to layer them up. Now I want to obviously have the petals kind of, you know, overlapped, but overlapped in the gaps, if you see what I mean. So like that. Oops. Yay. So that looks pretty, doesn't it? And then what I can do is just literally staple this through the whole thing. So I think I've kind of moved that out a little bit, but never mind, that's fine. So I'm just going to take that there and just staple the whole thing through. Oops. Oh gosh, I'm in danger here of stapling that, you know, with the petals all bent in, but no, that's gone okay actually now. So yep, how pretty does that look? I love how that looks. Isn't that gorgeous? So, and of course now what we could do is put like a centre in that flower, because of course now we're gluing onto the flower rather than the laminated piece. So I've got some pearls here. Let's just see. Oops. Oh, I don't know, maybe that's a bit much. I thought, oh, let's be adventurous. Let's go with the purple one. I have got some paler lilac ones here, so let's try that. Let's just give this one a try. Oh, that's better, isn't it? Yeah, that other one was just really wow in your face, wasn't it? So yeah, let's go for that. Oh, again, I thought I'd switched my hot glue gun on. Turns out I haven't. So bear in that. Remind me. Oh, bear with me while it just heats up. Yes, that looks really pretty, doesn't it? Now I've also got these flowers. So I've bought quite a few little bits and pieces. You know, using some of my Buy Me a Coffee, you know, donations. You know, so that I've got some extra different bits and pieces. And I know that I've mentioned this in another video recently, but, you know, because obviously you guys really, you know, you don't want to see me using all the same things every time, I'm sure. you know, it's nice to see kind of different things being used, isn't it? So, yeah, I've kind of, you know, bought some different bits and pieces to use. Okay, now I'm just wondering whether I want to just have some lace coming out at the edge or whether I just want to leave it. So I think the lace would be really nice. So let's just cut this down. Oh, I can't tell you how much I hate using these scissors. Oh, I really do not like using them at all. It's so funny, isn't it? How you just get used to what you use and then trying to use something else, you know, is really tricky. Really tricky because, you know, you're just then in the zone, aren't you, of using what you always use. And yeah, switching things out then and using something different is really horrible. So that looks really pretty, doesn't it, like that? So all I'm going to do is just glue that on. Now, obviously, I can glue this with my tacky glue because, of course, this is, you know, paper on the back. So I can just go straight down there and then glue that lace down. Is that lace upside down or is it the right way? Yeah, it's the right way. So like that. Oh, how pretty does that look? And then here I'm just going to snip that out like that. How gorgeous is that? And then I'm going to hot glue these couple of bits on there once my glue gun's warmed up. So yeah, that looks so pretty, doesn't it? Now I don't know whether it really even needs anything else, to be honest. It looks gorgeous just as it is. Oh dear, look, I've got my tacky glue now all over my desk. So messy. So messy. Right. As long as it's gluing the lace on, that's okay. Doesn't matter. Yeah. I don't know really whether I want anything else on there at all. I think it just looks good as it is. I mean, I could have a little bow. Oh yeah, the bow. Yeah, so I'm going to put the bow on there as well, I think, once my hot glue gun has warmed up. So we've got these two now, and I think what I will do is probably, yeah, take these ones to the sewing machine and kind of work with these. So I'm just going to put a couple of bits that I might want to have with these before I go to the sewing machine. So I'm just having a look. I mean, we could go over the lace on this one, over the piece on this one. So that looks quite nice, doesn't it? Now what I'm going to do, I think, is just to hold my bits in place, is just kind of glue these down like that. And then I've just got a guide. I was going to have that massive and hanging, but actually I think it's a bit weird. It probably is better smaller, isn't it? So I'm just going to cut that down. Just so that when I take it to the sewing machine, everything's kind of layered up and ready to go then. And, you know, then I know exactly how it's going to be stitched. Otherwise I could get there and then think, oh, what was I doing? So I've got these flowers again. Now, shall we do this very neutral, or shall we add some colour? Oh, it's quite pretty with the pinks, isn't it? Yeah, quite pretty with the pinks, I think. So okay, so let's mix up a couple of pinks and, oh, not that one. Not that one, that one was very pink. So yeah, I think kind of like that. So again, let me just cut those flowers to, you know, be able to layer them up. So let's just cut them all. Okay. And again, I'm hoping that I've sorted my Amazon links out now and been able to link the flowers and the ribbons and things like that I've been using. And if I have, then I will hopefully, you know, maybe be able to find the book as well on Amazon and link that. I don't know how that's going to work because I think that book is normally for sale, you know, as like a used book. So I don't know whether it would be possible to actually link that. I will have to have a look, but yeah. Hopefully I'll be able to do that. There we go. Just take these all apart. Oops. They're really pretty flowers, aren't they? I've forgotten now how much they were. I'm not sure that they were that cheap. I feel like they could have been £17, which that's quite, you know, quite a bit, isn't it? And probably more than I would normally have spent. But you do get a lot of them. And I thought, well, actually, there's a lot of them and I can see myself having a lot of, you know, getting a lot of use from them. So, you know, they're going to go a long way, even though I thought, you know, more than I would perhaps normally have chosen to spend. But yeah, you know, if they're going to last quite well and, you know, do a lot of projects, then it's probably worth it, isn't it? Okie dokie. Like that. Okay, and the others obviously have got the pink edges already on them, so I'm not going to bother inking them. So I just want to kind of layer them up now. Like that. So again, I'm just going to kind of put some tacky glue on just to hold them in place until I get to the sewing machine. And, you know, to be honest, what you could do is mix up, you know, the sewing and the you know, the staples. So, I mean, you could sew the lace and then staple the flowers. You know, you don't have to do all sewing or all, you know, all not sewing. You can just kind of, yeah, play around and do a bit of this and a bit of that, really. So that's that one. Right, let's hope that that kind of holds together well enough. So that's going to be just down there. And then we're going to have another one over on the corner. So again, let's just put some glue here. Okay. And then let's just layer this up. Bit less layers going on for this one. And then should we have the, yeah, let's have that one in the middle. Oops. Okay, so I want to kind of have that one over there, I think. And then the final one, again, just kind of, oops, layer that one up. And then the smaller one. Okie dokie, whoops. Oh, come on. Oh, how annoying is this? Right, let me just move this round a little bit. I was planning on sticking it, you know, with the petals going in the gaps. And of course, when I then stuck that, the petals were nowhere near the gaps. They were just, all over the place, anywhere but the gaps, really. So, yeah. Okay. So, yeah, we could have this one kind of like, you know, down here with that or something. So, obviously, when I get to the sewing machine, I will, you know, finalise the details, I guess. So, the other thing that I want to add on these are some book plates. Now, what have I done with my book plates? Right, might have to hunt down my book plates now, so hold on. Right, sorry about that. I hadn't really realised, but it was time to stop for my appointment. So I'm back now, and obviously I've left my hot glue gun on, you know, for the time being. So did I? Oh, I stapled that on, didn't I? I couldn't remember, and I thought, well, that's weird. Why is that attached? So, yeah, my hot glue gun's now ready to use. So I'll just finish this one off that we kind of did earlier. And I've got these gorgeous, like rolled rose, yeah, rolled ribbon roses that are also from Amazon. Aren't they just gorgeous? So, yeah, I've kind of, like I say, I've used my Buy Me a Coffee lately, and I have been, you know, buying some lovely things to be able to kind of come on and do some nice videos with you guys. So that was another one of those things that I had bought. So, and hopefully, like I say, I will have, you know, got my Amazon links and things working by this time. So yeah, I'm hoping I'm going to have one of those storefronts, you know, so hopefully it's all going to be down there for you to be able to click on and see the things that I'm talking about. So isn't that just the most gorgeous topper? It's so lovely, isn't it? So, you know, you would just then glue that straight down onto your journal cover. So let's just move that to one side. We've got this one, obviously we're going to take into the sewing machine, and then this one I thought we would do similar. Now I have to say I had actually bought this crocheted lace along. Now it is quite thick, and I'm just wondering whether it's going to be, you know, not that practical because it's going to kind of bulk it out too much, but let's just give it a try and see. So would you believe I still forgot to bring my wonderful scissors that I love so much. Forgot to bring them back up. So yeah, it's really annoying. Right. Okay. Right, there we go. So I've just kind of cut that in half because it was quite thick. So I really like this crochet type lace when it's a little bit more, you know, rough and rugged. So I'm just kind of pulling it out of it. Now I could have it that way, or I could even have it that way, so we've got the really rugged side showing, and I could have it kind of like that. Now what else I thought that I was going to do, and I might change my mind, but I've got these floral trims, oops, which I actually had originally thought perhaps I could edge the whole thing. I'm now thinking that might be too much, because yeah, although actually I'm quite liking it so far. Now the question is, do we want it with the lace, or would we then want kind of the lace coming out beneath? No, I think with the lace. So right, I'm going to try again with my tacky glue to just hold the pieces in place roughly until I get to my sewing machine. So I'm going to then, right, I'm dreading going to my sewing machine now, I have to say, because I suspect that my sewing's not going to be too brilliant trying to get these flowers and things sewn down. So we've got those. Now I'm going to cut these here. So this is just a flower trim, which, you know, I didn't get these from Amazon. I'd got these a long time back. I actually used to buy these from like an independent shop, and then during the first lockdown I was running out of these, and I did like an order on a sort of wholesale place, and I managed to get loads of them. So yeah, I'm very fortunate in that I have got a lot of these. I suspect you probably can get these on Amazon, so I will have a look and see if I can, you know, put these into my lengths as well. But yeah, I don't know whether I will be able to. You know, I don't even know whether they'll have them. Right, these are not sticking brilliantly to this because they're kind of wanting to curl up, but you know, I just want to hold them in place really just until I get to the sewing machine. So yeah, and then we're going to have a little strip down this side as well. Oops. I mean, it doesn't really matter if they overlap. It's probably better to have them overlapping than actually kind of you know, not have enough that they're not going to be covering quite the whole thing. So yeah, let's just put 4 across there. Right, okay, let's hope that this doesn't look really horrible when I've sewn it. So I'm going to take it across to the sewing machine now, so I'll bring you guys with me. Okay, so I'm here at my sewing machine. So should we do the really tricky one first, which is this one? Oh, did you notice that I didn't have a ring on just now? So yeah, I've just kind of quickly put one on. Right, I'm going to do this one with the flowers first because that's kind of scaring me. I mean, they've both got flowers, but you know, this one with the trims, because yeah, I'm wondering how on earth I'm actually going to stitch this. Oh, feeling nervous. Right, okay. So I'm going to just do it quite slowly, I think, and hope for the best. Okay. Now I'm really lucky because my sewing machine's got a button rather than having to use a foot pedal. So in case you wonder, you know, how I'm stitching, I just have to press that little button and then it goes off on its own little thing. So right, let's put these ones here. Oh goodness, come on. Oh dear. No, right. This was what I was afraid of. So I'm going to just lift that up and then I can clamp that down. No, it's still not. Right, hold on. Oh, right, let's try and really clamp it. Okay. Yeah, they're just kind of sliding a bit on the laminated piece. Okay, that's better. Right. I mean, obviously they've gone a little bit skew if they're not kind of quite straight on there now, but I mean, again, you know, I'm not too worried. It's fine. So I'm going to just put that one underneath that. So it's kind of clamped in there. Okay. Okie dokie. Right. So probably want to cut that one off, I think. And then we've got this little row of 4, which I will just put across the top. Okay, right. Oh, this is so fiddly. Oh, this is just so not my type of thing. Fiddly is, yeah, not my type of thing, as you know. So, right, we've squashed that one down, and let's just go straight across here. Right. My flowers are slightly bent, so just kind of straightening them out as I go. Okay. Yay! I think we're kind of like on the home stretch now. So, yeah, I'm just going to go round again. So I could go round the whole thing actually again. Might be a good idea because I can kind of like squash the flowers in other places, if you know what I mean. So, yeah, I'll just go around them again. Like that. And this one. Jakey. And, yeah, let's go across there. Right, okay, let's take that out. Oh, right, that was fiddly. So this flower here, obviously I'm going to cut off because it's very loose. But yeah, we'll take this back to the desk in a moment and then we can do some other things with this. So, but I've got the kind of base, you know, the base piece going on now. So that's good. Right, now this one, oh, would you believe those flowers have not glued in place. Right, so we're going to have a couple of flowers here. So again, I'm thinking these are going to be a bit tricky. So actually I'm going to go around the whole thing first so that I've glued the lace in place. Oh, that lace is now sliding and moving as well. So yeah, I guess that's something to be aware of, is if you're working with the laminated pieces, you know, obviously it's very slidey and slippery, so things like this, they're obviously kind of moving around when you're trying to stitch them in place. So yeah, just something else to be aware of really. So okay, my thread run out? Don't think it has. It just had a sound of, you know, when the bobbin thread runs out. Oh yeah, it has. Look, I thought it sounded like that, and then I looked and I thought, oh, perhaps it hasn't. But yeah, so now I just have a row of holes. Let me just see. I've got, I think, oh, I thought I had another bobbin threaded ready, but no, of course I haven't. Right, okay, let me just rethread a bobbin. Hold on. Right, I'm back. So yep, we're just going to do a little bit of the stitching here where obviously the bobbin ran out. So oops, still got it really fast now from sewing the bobbin, so let me sew that down. Okay, right, then we're going to have along the bottom our flowers. So I want to have one here, so I'm just going to literally stitch that across. And like I say, I mean, you could do a combination of stitching and stapling. Oh, would you believe this is going to be just one of those videos now? Oh dear, my thread wasn't, you know, didn't stay through my needle then. So, oh gosh, isn't it annoying? Sometimes you just have, you know, those times. It was all going fine until I then stopped the video my appointment, or to be honest, it might have been just when I came over to the sewing machine, but oh, come on. Oh, right. Okay. So, okay, attempt number 2. Yeah, like I say, you could actually just do a combination of the stitching and the stapling. So, I mean, I'm obviously stitching my flowers on, but to be honest, could have actually stapled the flowers, to be honest. You know, I think that would be just as nice. So that's that one. And then we're going to take this one and just have this one popped beside it. So, yeah, I'll just have that one there. Again, just going to kind of like, oh, try not to lose my thread this time. Okay. Okie dokie. And I mean, you could always, you know, reinforce these with, oh, with a bit of glue. What's happened now? Oh, I don't know. I might give up. I might just take it across and staple it, because it's going to be one of those kind of episodes, I think, with the sewing machine. So, right, I give up, and yeah, let's just go across and staple these. So, if all else fails, just go back to the fail-safe method of the stapler. Right, I'm back now. So, yeah, we are back with the flower here at the desk. Oh, let's use the trusty stapler. Oh, I'm about to staple that petal down. Oh, come on. Okay. So we've got those two on there. They're just overlapping, but I think that looks pretty. And then we're going to just have this one up here in this corner. Okay. Oh, how scrumptious does that look? Love how that looks. And then let's just snip these threads away. Okay. Now, I did cut earlier a book plate, because I thought, you know, we could always have a book plate on here. So just checking whether I want it on that one actually, or this one. Actually, I think I prefer it on that one. And again, I'd meant to print some more book plates, you know, smaller ones, and just totally forgot. So, yeah, the amount of things that I have forgotten. So, yeah, it's definitely one of those days. I do apologise. Oh, you just have days like that, don't you, sometimes? Right. Oh my goodness, how gorgeous does that look? So yeah, I'm kind of like intermixing now between the two. So the book plate, obviously you could just either staple that, or, you know, just put your brads through. So I'm just going to use the brads. So I just want to poke my holes through. Like that. And that's another way to fix things, you know, like when you've got laminate pieces and things where you think, well, you know, things aren't really going to kind of hold brilliantly on the laminate, then brads are obviously another brilliant way of fixing things onto your shiny paper. Sorry, I'm just reaching behind me to get my brads, so hold on. Oh, where are my brads now? Oh dear. Oh, is this just rapidly turning into just like appalling video? Probably should just give up at this point. All right, here we go. So I've got a couple of brads here. So yeah, these are going to be another ideal way to fix things, you know, onto like a laminated surface, you know, something that's going to be a bit tricky to get things to glue on. You've got, you know, your brads, your staples, sewing, obviously, you know, various different other ways of attaching things. So there, like that. Now what I will do is I'm going to just add a little touch of glue. Just going to use my hot glue. So it's just kind of like, you know, reinforcing, but it's not the, you know, the only thing that's holding it, if you see what I mean. So just then take my brad through there. But it's just a little extra thing to hold it down. So there we go. Okay, right, let's cut that blue flower off because that's unnecessary, that one. over there. Didn't quite get it. Hold on. Okay. Right. So just have one little blue flower. Where do we? Oh, it's probably not really required anywhere else, is it? I'll just save that for another day. So yeah, I mean, that looks so pretty, doesn't it? Now, do we want anything else? I've got like obviously some bows and things. So let me just pull in a bow and just see. I do like the bows and things. And to be honest, I just think, you know, and I know I've said this in, you know, another episode or two, but I mean, if you can't go all out on your cover, you know, when can you? So, and often I quite like having things kind of on the side, you know, to sideways on, I mean, so like this, rather than having the bow in the just, you know, typical right way up kind of order. It's really quite nice to, yeah, just place them kind of like sideways on like that. Isn't that so pretty? And, you know, again, I mean, I don't feel that needs anything else. To me, that's perfect, just exactly as that is. And yeah, I mean, obviously you could add extra things, but personally, I think that looks just lovely as it is. So coming back to this one quickly now, again, we just want to kind of finish it off. So I'm just having a look again to see whether, you know, do we want any bows or anything like that maybe in the flowers, because that's rather pretty, isn't it? And then we'll just finish off the centres of the flowers, perhaps with a couple of my flat back pearls. When I buy these pearls, they're on the plastic sheets, you know, and they're, you know, adhesive. But to be honest, they very quickly start to fall off the adhesive backing. So then I just peel them all off and just keep them stored in this jar instead. And actually I get these from the Range, the shop here called the Range. I've seen them, I think, in B&M Bargains as well. That's another shop here. But I'm sure you can, you know, get these everywhere. But they're the bigger ones. They're not the really tiny ones. I'm not sure what measurements they would call these. Maybe, I don't know, 0.8 millimeters, something like that. Okay. So that one. Now, do we want the bow up there? I know it is grey, which, of course, there's nothing else really grey on here. So perhaps I should see if I've got a better colour. Hold on. I've got some polka dot ones. These are a bit smaller, but I think would still look pretty. Or I've got some pink ones. Let's just pull those in and have a quick look at those for a moment. I like the fact that the bow kind of adds a lot of extra flounce, doesn't it, to it? It looks, you know, extra flouncy with the bow there. So we could go for that one. We could go for the pink one. Oh, I feel we have to go for the pink one because, yeah, it just kind of goes better, doesn't it, colour-wise? Just looks a little bit better. So just kind of go for that and pop that down there. Okay. So we've gone for lots of bows on these ones today, haven't we? Which I really like. Now, I'm just wondering, as a finishing touch for this, whether we might want to add some black edging to this. So again, and I know I've done this lots of times before, I like to do black edging quite often with my stays on. Obviously, the beauty of the stays on, it's for any surface. So even this that's laminated and therefore shiny, the stays on still going to go on and stay, you know, stay on. Funnily enough, it's going to be true to its name and actually stay on. So I just go around there like that and along here. Okay. It just kind of gives it a bit more of a standout edge. I mean, you probably can't really see until you'd come to use it, but yeah, I think it would just make it stand out slightly more. So let's bring in a cover and see how these would look. So just bringing this cover in, and again, I'm not saying that this is the cover that, you know, is best suited to this. It's just this is the cover that I happen to have beside me. But how pretty does that look? Just looks gorgeous, doesn't it? And then I would probably just, you know, usual me, I would probably just kind of layer up some other lace and things like that with this. So, for instance, here, I can't actually tell whether this is navy or charcoal. I think it's navy, so it's not quite ideal. But if I had some that was perhaps charcoal or, you know, perhaps even black. So let me just take this off of that gathered header, because then it would just lay flatter and be able to hopefully show you a bit better. But just tear that down. Okay, oops. Oh, that was right. So yeah, I would just kind of maybe have some lace on the outer edge, or, you know, covering the spine, and then maybe have that kind of over the top. And just those little kind of extra pieces, they're just enough, aren't they, to just bring, you know, it kind of out from itself. So like here, I've just got these little flower trims. Oops. So I just cut one of these down. Come on. Like that. And you could just kind of, you know, have it like that. And then, of course, you know, you could have like a little latch or something like that. You could have, you know, you could put a bow on after the event or something. You could have one of the jabbos that we've made in previous ones, you know, anything you like. I mean, really, you could kind of dress this up as much as you like, but you've got the main focal point, which of course, you know, just makes you be able to finish this really, really quickly. I just happen to have this flower here, actually. I found this under my desk today. It had obviously dropped down. But, you know, I mean, that flower obviously goes brilliantly with those flowers. So, you know, you could kind of like cluster up another flower in the corner or something. And actually you could put maybe something black in the centre of that to kind of tie the black elements in. But, you know, you've got lots of options with that. So that's that one. Then obviously we had this blue one. Again, you know, this is not really the cover that this would go on. But even going on to the aubergine colour, which of course it, you know, it doesn't go with, it still looks pretty, doesn't it? So, you know, again, just doing the same things, you know, add some extra lace. I mean, I would maybe try and keep with the colours that are kind of on the topper. Not necessarily the same fabrics, but, you know, if you've got kind of the same fabrics, great. If you haven't, just, you know, anything else, but just in the same colours. I mean, even like that, where it's not even going right the way down the cover, how gorgeous does that look? It just really finishes that cover off absolutely brilliantly, doesn't it? So, you know, it really doesn't take a lot to actually kind of make these look really awesome once they're on the cover. And then we've got this one, which of course, you know, much better complement to this cover. It's purple at least, you know. Again, you know, you could layer this up with some other colours. I mean, I always love the addition of black, but, you know, I'm just using the black because I pulled it in the first one. So it's just laying around here. But doesn't that just look lovely? I mean, it just adds a bit of a dramatic kind of thing going on onto this cover. And you could, you know, just embellish it a little bit further with some more flowers. I mean, you could mix it up colour-wise, put some other colour flowers on or something. I've got some of the ivory lace that I'd used actually on the cover, you know, on the topper. So you could kind of, yeah, mix it in with some ivory going behind it, you know. But yeah, I mean, hopefully you've got lots of kind of ideas, I'm sure, of your own. But yeah, I mean, I just think they're absolutely gorgeous, aren't they? So, you know, again, something really quick, really easy, and, you know, again, kind of making use of your lovely book pages. And, you know, don't limit yourself. I mean, I obviously have used these gorgeous vintage adverts, but of course, if you had, you know, florally pages or anything like that, you could, of course, use those as well. You know, children's book pages or something, if you wanted something a bit more fun on there, you know, the world's your oyster, kind of, yeah, just kind of play around. In fact, I now am really wanting to do some with some other book pages. So yeah, we might come back, you know, in a couple of weeks and maybe do some more, but with some other book images, because I think, you know, actually they'd really lend themselves to a whole host of different things. So yeah, I hope that you like them, and I will be back tomorrow with our very last episode of our 7 days of toppers. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you've really enjoyed the series so far, and yeah, like I say, we'll have episode 7 tomorrow. So thank you so much, and see you guys soon. Thanks then. Bye.